Hi and welcome. This is Gypsy Maggie Rose bringing you your daily reading. Thank you, Goddess. It is a lot cooler in WA. Heat waves done. Capricorn. Capricorn, this is about balancing your financial situation at this time. It's about a little bit here, it's a little bit there. You can balance it by spreading it around. It's like, yeah, things are a bit tough, and they have been a bit tough, but they're very possible to be balanced. It's like some things you don't have to get out of the way in one hit. You can do it step by step, bit by bit, as long as you stay in contact and in control of the situation. So today's about doing what you can and making arrangements to connect and, follow this whole situation through. Aquarians, you are stronger than you think. Some Aquarians simply don't give themselves the credit for what they can do and where they're at in their lives. This is a very strong point, a point of moving forward. Yes, you can put your hand in the lion's mouth right now, literally, if necessary. What this is saying is, like, you do have the strengths, you do have the abilities, you have a lot more going for you than you're actually accepting, realizing, waking up to. It's like, wake up, open your eyes, see what you have, and then put the whole thing together and move forward with your strengths. Stop buying someone else's opinion of you and look at what you have. Pisceans are about starting in a new direction. Okay, so the way you're doing it's not working. So it's time to change. It's time to do a little scoot across and have a look at another way of doing it. Basically, look into your bag of tricks and pull out a few more ideas. Pisceans are very ideas people, but occasionally they can be their own worst enemies. But for now, you basically have to pull things together. There seems to be a lot resting on your shoulders at the moment. It may not be all your stuff, so you need to just pull out what you can and get on with what you can. But understand and accept that you are an ideas person, and this is a very strong thing that you can use. Go with some innovative new ideas. If something's fallen through, go to backup. Don't panic. It's all going to come through okay. Aries is about the cash flow, but also about the home. It's more about the cash flow on the home front than it is the cash flow on the work area. For many Arians, you're going to be looking at, what are you going to do? Where are you going to live? How's it going to work out? Look, hun, things are on the mend. Arians have had a rough trot for a while, but now things are on the turn. It's like, don't question the good things in your life. Just accept them, sit back, relax, and enjoy them. Because, they're not going to be gone tomorrow. So it's a time to enjoy what you have and relax with it and just let it all flow together, okay? Taurus, your head's in the clouds a little bit and you're dreaming about some things. Well, dreams are the beginning of reality. Okay, you may not get what you want right now, but dreams are the beginning. Without dreams, there's nothing, and there's no way to move forward, and there's no way to make things happen. This is your time to go, yeah, these are my dreams. These are the steps in reality. But it's also a time to let go of fantasy. There's a difference between a dream and a fantasy. This is your time to understand that and to work with it. And if necessary, walk away from the fantasy side of things. Gemini, you're sitting between the devil and the deep blue sea at the moment. The easy way out is not always the good way out. Sometimes you just have to face things head on and go for it. This is one of those times when you've really just got to bite the bullet and do it. But it's a time also to stick very strongly to your principles and to what you believe to be right. Going someone else's direction or following someone else's advice may not work for you. You've also understand that you have a lot of support and a lot of balance around you, so you need to accept that, but don't let other people's input rule your life or make your choices. This is your time to basically face the face the music, darling. Sometimes we've all got to pay the piper. Okay, let's see where our Cancerians are. Our Cancerians, this is your place in the sun. This is your time to sit back and go, whew, that little rest time. It's like, yeah, have a little break. Do some fun things. Get out and party. This is Cancerians' time to simply sit back, chill out, and go, yeah, I've done it. I can do it. It's not a big drama. It's time to relax. So it's one of those days that is just an ordinary day with opportunities for lots of fun in there. Leo, you're waiting for someone to do it for you. No one's going to, sweetheart. You're going to have to row your own boat at this stage of the game. Yes, there are going to be some directions. Yes, there are going to be some input and light. So you are going to be given opportunities to make changes, to know where to go. However, you're going to have to do the work at this time yourself. This is about coming out of hibernation in some way. It's about facing and dealing with things, but there are going to be directions and information which are going to help you to do that. I feel a lot of this has to do with health and diet at the moment. The Virgos, bless their little hearts. You're running around trying to get 42 things done in 1 minute. Not going to work, sweetheart. Yes, you're only going to get frustrated. So the feeling is that the Virgo area now is a little bit frustrated because everything's not done. Oh, I've got to do this, I've got to do that. Slow down. Nothing's going to get done unless you do it step by step. But it's also about planning for a trip or planning for a holiday and getting everything up and running so you can have that time out. It's no good having that time out if you're absolutely frazzled. It's like step back a bit, hun. The Librans. Oh dear, Librans are about dealing with addictions at this time. And addictions can be anything from drugs to chocolate or to people. Sometimes we're totally addicted, totally attached to a personal situation that we can't see where it's going to go. Today it's about having a look at the chains that bind us. What is holding us down? What's holding us in a position or in a situation? It's about looking at the chains, and when we can see what the chains are, you can work about releasing them. This is a good day to let go of addictions, so if you need to give up chocolate or fags, go for it, darling. The Scorpios. Oh dear. Scorpions are really on their high horse at the moment, like, I am the boss. Yeah, well, the boss you may be, darling, but you ain't got no subject you to boss or nothing. So it's about taking a gentle hand with people here. Don't be so high-handed. Basically, don't be so far on your high horse that you can't see what's happening beneath you. My grandmother used to have a saying about people who were a little bit up themselves, that they pissed from a great height, but it made no difference. At the moment, darling, it's time for Scorpios to get back into the reality thing a little bit, and basically get your feet dirty. Come down into the real world, hun. You can have it all, but you don't need to be the Lord and Creator over people at this time. It ain't gonna work. Sagittarians. Sagittarians is about, yes, things are beginning to turn. Yes, you can actually see that, the prosperity things are starting to happen. It's like things are just, the buds are just beginning to open, so doorways are there. It's like, don't sit back on your laurels right now. Take advantage of what's happening around you. Move into a different direction, something that's a little bit out there and a little bit like, wow, you wouldn't have thought of doing 6 months ago, because this is time for great change for you. There are mountains to conquer, and you can do that. Emotionally, you've got to be a little gentle with yourself because you're a bit fragile emotionally. So that will about do us for today. Thank you for listening in. You can catch up with me on www.gypsymaggierose.com, and I'll be back tomorrow. Blessed be.